Welcome to the Paint with Heart studio. Today is our third episode in the Christmas series, the 2016 Ornament Collection series. It is actually like our 26th or 27th episode since we started Paint with Heart back in March. I'm Cindy Harrison, your artist in residence. I'll be showing you today how to paint cookies for Santa on this little metal tray. And there's a bonus for the next, for the 6 weeks before Christmas, there's a bonus ornament or project with each episode. To participate in that, you either show up at a class and you'll get a password at the end of the class, or you purchase the 2016 Ornament Collection Kit off of the website cindyharrisonart.com under Paint with Heart, and you will get a password that will give you exclusive access to the full videos for both ornaments every week for 6 weeks. So I would also like to introduce you to my co-host, Melissa Reyes.
Hi, everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. My name is Melissa Reyes. You can find me at MsMeliz.com and at MsMeliz on Twitter. I am really excited about this Cookies for Santa episode, and I'm happy to be here as your co-host. If you have any questions about how Zoom works or what Cindy is doing in her demonstration, just type them into the comments, and I will do my best to get back to you right away. So I did want to share a little thing. I've got this cute little, and look how little it would fit in the palm of my hand. It's like a little trinket bowl or ring bowl that my son's girlfriend brought me from Solvang, and it says sparkle on the inside, which has been my word for the year. So, you know, I do love to sparkle. Thanks, Cindy.
And that is true. So if you don't have with you, this is like a 3 or 4 inch metal plate. If you don't have one of these, you can use whatever surface you want. If you want to paint it on a miniature canvas or a wooden plate, you want to enlarge the cookies to, you know, actual size, it's your choice. But we're going to start on this. It's already primed for us, so we don't have to do anything. It's already has a nice antique white finish on it. So what I did was I put on the Paint with Heart website a line drawing. You can get that by clicking on line drawings under Paint with Heart. I have my line drawing, and it fits right inside my little disc. So with that, I'll put my graphite underneath. Pick up my stylus and trace those on. If you want to do different designs, these just happen to be cookie cutouts that I have that I drew and reduced on the copy machine. But I did find at the store, really cute thing I found at the store this week, miniature cookie cutters. So you could actually put those on your plate. See how small they are? You can actually put those on your plate, and you can trace the outline of that inside or outside with a pencil and paint those on there. So I just thought those were perfect for our little surface. If you have the color Camel, we're gonna make sugar cookies. So I'm gonna put out, some Camel. Take probably a 10 flat or even smaller if you want. Always put the paint in the water first and then get all the water out. Pick up from the outside of the puddle And we're gonna go and we're gonna paint our cookies. Welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
Pretty good in yourself?
Very good. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Pretty good.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi.
I always love seeing their smiles. Deborah's got a beautiful smile. And Helene does too. I like Helene's smile too.
I like having everybody here. I want more people to come, so I'm not painting right now. I'm trying to find more people.
More people. So this is the boring part. Obviously, base coating can be very boring. Astrid, do
Yes.
do you paint?
No, I'm just watching.
No, but
Oh, I paint. Yes, I do.
and where are you from?
The Netherlands.
Oh, the Netherlands. Beautiful. I've never been, but I've heard it's very beautiful.
How did you hear about Paint with Heart?
On Facebook.
Oh, awesome. Are you in a group?
Somebody's got something going on.
Yeah.
You have to
So what time of day is it in the Netherlands?
It's in the evening.
Evening. Not too late?
No, it's just 9:15.
Oh, that's not too late. I'm in New Hampshire, and Melissa is in LA.
Okay.
So we have now crossed the ocean.
Yes.
So basically, we've been coming on to social networking since March. We started with a different platform, but now we are here. And once a week, we try. Sometimes we take a week off, but we try to be here on every week if we can. On Sundays, worked out for most people.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to do a 2-hour program. Sometimes I run a little over depending on how intense we get into the program.
And how closely her children are attending or are waiting for her and paying attention. They're adults.
My children are adults. They're
they're
older.
They wait for her to go out to dinner.
But we're having leftovers today because Shauna cooked that awesome turkey.
Right.
So we have, and it was 22 pounds or something like that. And even though I told all of her friends, she had Friendsgiving instead of Thanksgiving, we had Friendsgiving. So she had 7 of her friends come over. 8 of her friends come over, and they participated in a holiday feast, and then they played games after. And the woman, one of her friends, brought the 22-pound turkey to me, and I thawed it out, and she cooked it, and we had sweet potato casserole and with pecans on top, I guess, pecans, and green bean casserole, homemade gravy, stuffing, I mean, everything. It was crazy.
That sounds really good. I used my carcass from the turkey and made an amazing turkey soup that they're still eating today. I made so much. It kind of tasted like gravy in a bowl with all the fixings, but I added a lot of new vegetables and fresh vegetables to it. It came out really good, I have to say. It makes that flavor last.
I'm sure to Astrid, it's just another day, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm going to blow dry my cookies.
This is when I usually talk.
I probably should tell you, though, now that it's too late. When deciding where you're going to put your cookies, which way is up, think about you're going to put ribbon through one of those holes, like the star, to hang it up on a tree. So you're going to want an opening to be like 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I was just lucky that I did it. I planned it that way. Yeah. But I've done things upside down and backwards, so it's not totally out of character for me to do that.
Cindy, Deborah has a question
Oh,
about.
there we are. Camel. And Debbie, you can unmute yourself and just ask me.
She said
The plate came prepped with the off-white thing to it, but I painted the cookies with Camel.
I totally misunderstood her question at first.
Okay.
So that's awesome. Thank you. Deborah, I'm muting you again unless you wanted to ask something else.
No, I just couldn't find one of the small things because I forgot to go get it. So I'm putting it on a bigger thin plate that I dug out of my stash.
So yep, so just make your cookies more actual size. Just, make your cookies bigger.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to pick up some light buttermilk. And it's like I'm going back and forth in my head this afternoon on how to do this. And part of me wants to stipple it on there, and the other part of me wants to dry brush it on there. So if I take a dry brush, this is the Sharp Dome brush, and if I take one of those and load it with the light buttermilk, I swirl it out, and then on a piece of dry paper towel, wipe off the excess. And then I'm going to start in a circular motion. Oops. And that might be like too much, so I'm just going to keep working it out. I'm going to stay in the middle of each cookie.
Excuse me. This is Helene. I was just wondering, do you think that you could put the plate on something darker? Your background is white. I don't know if it's me, but I'm having a hard time to see it as well.
Ah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a pain.
No, I would never have thought of that. I'm able to see it, but that makes a big
Yeah, that helps. Yes, thank you.
Okay. So that one I swirled it. This one I'm going to pounce. I really want to do it down here, but I'm afraid it shakes. It shakes the camera.
Hey, I was listening to those old videos of your show, which are awesome, by the way, and I don't sing too badly. I'm not bad.
I never said you did.
I know. I'm really I thought I did.
You thought you did, and I'm like, you don't.
I can sing a couple lines like that, not a whole song, but you get the gist.
Well,
shake, shake.
I think the dry brush thing works. You want to stay kind of in the middle. Less is better when dry brushing. You can always go back and add more. Okay.
That looks so cool, Cindy. I just want to remind everybody and tell them, if they don't already know, how awesome you are. You know this little package that you sent? I mean,
which one's that? Oh,
the ornaments that we're going to be making. I hate to interrupt you and everything, but I just couldn't wait to tell everybody. I mean, came with these pretty little ribbons and all the tiny little things that you would need. The tissue and these cute, and look at this one. I mean, are these surprises? But the people here can see it, It's going to be so much fun. So, and of course, the plate, which we all know you can't get everywhere. Okay. I love Christmas.
I know, me too.
Okay. What's next, Cindy?
Okay. We are going to take out some honey brown. Now, if you lost your line between the cookies and you need to put that back, I was up till 1:30 this morning. A girlfriend had given me a basket to paint, and I hadn't done it all year. So I had to do that. So I painted this basket. Want to see it?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Look at your snowman. It's so delightful. Is that to put Christmas cards in?
Yep.
Awesome.
She had some, I don't know, 70s stenciled houses on there that she didn't like. So I painted it for her. Okay, so I've got my highlight, my line on there. I should try to erase it just a little.
Lux.
So I'm just going to lighten up my lines a little bit, because if you put paint over them, they won't erase. So lighten them up a little bit.
Show us your fancy eraser. Is that special for artists?
You want to see my fancy eraser right now, what I'm using?
Yeah.
Stubby.
Oh. But it's one of those white ones, right?
The white one.
Whenever I
Did I
need
not
it.
give you a white one?
No, I do. I have them already, but whenever I need it, I can't find it. But
I'm
since
going
I
to
don't need
size
it
up
right
to a 14, a 12 or a 14,
thing.
or an angle brush if you have it. Now, this is where we get a little fancy, because I'm doing that side load thing. And the side load is, you have your paper towel. That finger looks horrible.
It looks like
I know. See the gloss on the brush hairs? And you tap it down till the gloss disappears. And then you lift and you turn it over and you tap it down and lift. Now you have supposedly the correct amount of water in your brush. Then you go over on the corner of the brush and you just scoop up some paint on one corner of your brush. So this side's got water and this side's got paint. Put it down on your palette. I bend my hairs. You can see how I bend my brush. I'm bending my brush. It's not a bend your brush. Flip your brush over, put it in a pile that way. And you keep doing that until the paint disappears, which means it should be in your brush and not leaving it on the palette, because here there's still a lot of paint on the palette. So I'm going to keep doing that until the paint is in my, and you'll also see it goes from dark to medium to light. It fades away. And then when I come over here, I put the paint against the outer edge of my piece. And then when I come in here, I can put it down and I tap it, and draw it across and tickle your surface. And then we'll let that dry. We can do the other one the same way. Tap, tap, tap it right to the edge. And let that dry. I'm gonna reload and do it again.
When I grow up as an artist, I want to be just like you, Cindy. I don't have a steady hand, though. It's probably not going to get any better, but I'm going to keep trying.
Yeah. So I'm just going around to places where I haven't been so that I can keep moving. You go over, just wipe it off with the clean edge of your brush. If it gets too, you can just, if it looks too choppy, just tickle the surface, smooth it out and tickle the surface. So this is my cooked cookies, which Shauna has, my daughter Shauna's like, okay, it's cookie time, Mom. I'm gonna start baking cookies. I just hate starting so early.
Yeah, why are you starting so early?
We eat them because I do about 14 different flavors, 14 different, a variety of 14 different cookies. Doesn't it look like a cookie?
It does. It's adorable.
We're baking cookies.
You're making cookies. You don't have to bake now. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Thanks for joining in.
Kathy Vincent, Kathy?
Kathy Barnett.
Kathy Barnett, welcome.
Took her picture off, but that's okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go all the way around all the edges, but you have to wait till they dry. You can't just go around them because you could end up wiping off what you just put on if you go over a wet area. So make sure the areas are dry before you go over them. Now the trick part too is that we will have to go against this. Well, no, I guess not, because that cookie edge won't be baked, but this one will. So the cookies have only been in about 10 minutes now. So we're gonna make sure that that's completely dry by blow drying it. Now, if we want, we can actually go a little wider. I'm gonna go a little wider over here. And I'm doing that because I'm gonna do a second coat, a second color, and I want not to cover up the whole first color. When I actually, you know, the cookies have been 20 minutes and I'm gonna take them out of the oven. Actually, they're really only 12 minutes, right? 12-minute cookies.
I don't know. I'm confused because you're talking about baking cookies and your daughter making actual cookies and then you're baking these cookies.
Yeah, so these cookies are half baked.
Okay.
They're still raw in the middle. We have to cook them till they're really golden brown on the outside, right? The rims have to be golden brown.
You're going to cook them with paint.
So I'm cooking them with paint. Yeah. Size down to my 10. Now I'm taking out some light cinnamon.
Ooh.
That's going to finish off my cookies. So when you do this side load, you keep it a smaller, narrower side load than you had the first time. So you don't put so much paint on your brush. You work it out. See how it's getting brown?
Yeah, totally. Just like in real life. The other day, Colin made cookies, and when he took them out, he's like, they don't look right. I said, they need 1 more minute so they get that little crispy around the edge.
Yeah.
Just like that.
So what kind of cookies do you typically have for the holiday?
Well, for me, I love those sugar cookies that just like that we decorate and paint with frosting. What about everybody else? Astrid, do you do cookies around the holidays?
No, not really.
Do you make fudge or candy or anything like that?
I don't know what we have typical here in Holland. We do have a lot of food and candies and cookies, but not typical Dutch.
Okay. Well, if you think of anything, please share. That'd be
You
cool.
put the shoes outside the door for St. Nicholas, or?
Yes, we have St. Nicholas.
Do you put, and I had a friend who was from Holland, I thought, and she made little shoes.
Excuse me.
She made little shoes out of construction paper, and she filled it with candy.
Yeah, we have special candies for St. Nicholas.
Aww.
And also cookies with, we call it peppernuts, but it's with cinnamon and all that kind of things. So we do more with St. Nicholas than with Christmas.
Oh, gotcha.
So, Deborah, do you have a favorite cookie or sweet at Christmas?
What, before you tell us, Deborah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to welcome Ruth, who came in while you were talking.
Oh, hi, Ruth. How are you?
Shoes. And so she's, her camera's going in and out, but it's nice to have her here. And thank you. Okay, Deborah, what kind of cookies do you like?
Growing up, I used to like my great aunt's molasses cookies, but we've gotten away from that because nobody could make them like they did. So we've gotten into Kiffles because it's a German tradition down here in Pennsylvania, and they're awesome. So my sister makes me bring her home all sorts of those. But we tend to do the candies more. We make the homemade candies, the peanut butter balls, the toffee, the peppermint patty, candied popcorn.
I'll come to your house.
That sounds yummy.
Sure does. That talking about the family traditions as far as cookies go. In my family is from the Southwest United States in New Mexico, and my mom and her family made bizcochitos. Have you ever heard of that, Cindy?
No.
Bizcochitos are a sugar cookie with a cinnamon and anise, those little seeds, anise. Yeah, and so they're really good. I made them one year as a gift with the little, with a tag that had the little story behind it. So
Cool.
that's what you would have at Christmas in Albuquerque.
Neat.
Yeah.
Helene, how about you? What did you do?
Well, they like oatmeal and raisin. And there's this, I think it's called a thumbprint, maybe in English.
Yes.
But it's a cookie, and it has coconut in it.
Oh.
And you press it either with your thumb or with a spoon. And I put raspberry preserves or jam in the middle.
That sounds so good.
They poof a little bit, and they brown on the edges, and usually that's a big hit for they like those a lot.
So let me know when you make those. I'll be over.
Okay.
That's not fair. You guys are close.
I'll deliver your order. I'll trade.
Okay.
Ruth, how about you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Ruth.
Oh, okay. I think my favorite ones are peanut blossoms, which are the peanut butter cookie with the chocolate kiss on top.
Oh, yes. I love those too. So that looks really amazing, your plate right there that you're holding up. Is everybody caught up with those sugar cookie crisps on the sides?
So what I'm going to do what did I do? I have some red here. I'm not sure the red is exactly the right red. I'm going to go get some other red. I have cad red, but I'm thinking a nice, maybe a nice Santa red.
Yay! I love Santa red.
Maybe a nice Santa red.
I guessed it.
I want to.
Not paying attention to me.
You guessed it. Yes, I hear you.
No, you don't.
I do.
All right. Well,
I wanted to make some color around the edging here, but I don't want it so obvious. The other color I can use is, let's do some foliage green. Or maybe not. How about, well, let's go with a leaf green. Try my finger. Let's get a little dirty. There we go. Go with your finger and dirty up the edges. Do like every other one. That's the look I want. Kind of like it's there, but it's not there. Now let's see about improving that. There we go. So it's there, but it's not there. And do that with the red too. You want to make sure you get the green off your finger, and you don't want the red to blend in with the green because then it makes mud. It's like a brown color. And see? Kind of just gives it a little bit. You could candy cane stripe the outside if you wanted. Now I am going to take some varnish. I have some soft touch varnish, but whatever varnish you have, if you, well, I made the sugar, but if you don't have the sugar, you can take twinkles. There's a Christmas red and a Christmas green twinkles, and you can always put that on there. But I made some colored sugar, so I'm gonna just, I didn't open this one. Put some varnish in there. And when I pick up my sugar, utopian would be that it would stay on here. And I'd varnish my sugar on my cookie. Let's see how that looks like sugar on your cookie. So when you have enough sugar on that one, you go over to the red one. The red one didn't really keep its red color as much as I would have liked it to. This one, I did it with a different, product, so it's now bleeding red instead of shiny red. So let's try that one with the twinkles. I didn't have any red alcohol ink. That's what happened. And see how it all kind of went back to being clear? Because it didn't actually color the diamond dust. So this one here, just let's paint some of this glitter on. So we'll have one glittered and one sugared. See? If you want, you can just do, you know, you don't have to use colored diamond dust. We could take some of that varnish that's on here. There's the twinkles. And if we take some of that and put that on here. And we're going to varnish the whole thing anyways, but then you can take some of the diamond dust and sprinkle that over the varnish, and it will it'll stay on there, it'll dry on there, and then you'll have sugar on your cookie. Over there. So then you'll have clear sugar, but you'll have sugar on your cookie nevertheless. You really can't see it, but once it dries and the light hits it, it'll show up. So there's our cookies for Santa. Put that aside. When it completely dries, and you go over the whole thing with varnish. If you want to varnish the back, you can. It's not necessary, but you can sign it either here or on the back. And I would put a string in here or a ribbon of sorts. And I had a ribbon that had polka dots on it, and I could put it through there and hang it up on the tree. And it's all ready. And they're sugar-free cookies. Fat-free, sugar-free. Gluten-friendly.
So I see, it looks like she added some frosting on there and started painting around the sides. That looks really cute. I'm going to have to do mine on the replay.
Great. Okay, how are we doing? Are you painting with us at all, Melissa?
No, I'm too far behind. But I'm looking at your cookies, and they look incredibly realistic.
Other than shiny.
Yeah, they're a little shiny, but even so, that's kind of... If I went and baked cookies right now, they'd probably come out just like that. It's amazing.
Well,
Santa's going to be duped.
The red did not work.
Oh.
The red did not work because it's Dilutions spray, and that did not color the sugar like the alcohol inks did. The alcohol inks covered the sugar. Okay. The Dilutions did temporarily, and then it faded away. But the alcohol ink kept the green.
You didn't have a red alcohol ink?
No, I did not.
Okay.
So I used the red glitter instead, and then I put white sugar over it, clear sugar over it, which I hope once it dries, it'll look like clear sugar.
Oh, okay. And then you just lightly brushed around the edges of every other star?
With my finger.
Oh, that's how your finger got like that.
Yeah. So after that, I will put, after that dries, I'll put varnish over the whole thing. And then we'll string it up and it will be done.
It's adorable.
I say, is everyone caught up with me? Or I suppose let's go over to.
You should see everybody's and take a picture, huh?
Yes, yes. Okay, so. I don't,
Kathy and Ruth, are you able to show us your pictures?
No, I didn't. I'm not painting. I'm just observing.
Oh, okay, hon.
I was on a cruise last week, and the week before that, I was getting ready for a craft show. So,
oh, yeah, cool.
Show your face, Cindy, if you can.
Oh, want my face?
Yes, I do. I want your face, and I want to see what Helene and Deborah are painting, and I will hold up my empty plate. Ate my cookies. I licked them right off.
You ate the cookies? It's like, can you see that?
I'll put my hand here so you can't.
Closer?
yes.
Okay, closer. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, Deborah, your turn. Got a big
Oh, look
plate.
at them. Oh, Deborah's cookies.
I love those.
See how wonderful. And then she could do, oh, you know those the little candy mints that we painted on the jingle bell?
Ornaments,
You
yes.
could put those all the way around the edge.
Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Or putting or putting holly wreaths around it, and putting a couple of those in, and then putting Santa's cookies around the sides.
It's so noisy, but here's
So
the
many
peppermint.
different things she could do. Yeah, it's so awesome.
I
So
love
did
that
you get your
thing.
picture, Melissa, or
I got the
Mine-
picture, ma'am.
My
got the
cookies are
picture?
too small.
Oh,
Yeah.
your cookies are so.
you can make them bigger, or you can add a couple more.
Yeah, that's true, huh? I could do that because I was going to redo it. But yeah, I could add a few more, huh?
I think Santa would like that.
So you're up. Ready? Deb, hold it up, Deb.
Okay, I want Deb's face too. He always tries to block her face. I'm on to you. Okay, that's great, ladies. Thank you.
So, oh,
That's
I
great.
held it up so long that the varnish dripped down.
Oh, no. The picture is adorable, though. I'll send it to you.
Okay. Then we're gonna post it on.
And what's next? Are we doing our secret thing next?
We're gonna do our, the Christmas tree, which is the exclusive one.
Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for painting with heart.
And also send us your address and maybe you get some cookies in the mail. Thank you for joining. And I truly mean that. And thank you for joining us again today. And for those of you who haven't joined us, but would like to be part of the Ornament Club, you can go to the cindyharrisonart.com website under Paint with Heart, and you can join by purchasing the 2016 Ornament Collection Kit, which includes materials to make 10 items, and you'll get an exclusive access password, secret password, to the full replay videos. So you get 2 items, 2 projects every episode. So until next time, remember to always paint with heart. Good night now.
Bye-bye.